500 years ago, here in Tzfat, Kabbalists decided that they wanted to truly celebrate this day. And they started having Tu B'Shvat Seders, like a Passover Seder. They would have these big meals and conversations about the meaning of these different fruits, what wisdom they have to teach us.
It's like, you're gonna make a holiday about that? Like what? You have no, like, are you missing holidays? Do you supposed to have enough holidays? Yes! Because that's the kind of people we used to be. We're not tree people anymore. Now we have the luxury of being able to go back and reclaim this nature connection that we had to Judaism.
When you live in Israel, you see that it's the middle of winter. And why would you celebrate the birthday of the trees or the holiday of the trees when they're naked? So the interesting thing that the Talmud says is that what you celebrate in Tu B'Shvat is the beginning of the inner, most secret growth in the tree. And this tradition is really celebrating the hidden potential growth of everything.
There's a story that I once heard, it's brought from the Talmud, about a person who's walking in the middle of studying Torah and stops and says, "Wow, that tree is so beautiful." And that person's criticized. And when I first heard this story, I never quite understood why. If you look in the Talmud, you can see that our sages were constantly going out to nature and learning from nature. The problem is that in that person's mind, he's stopping his Torah learning. Meaning, when I go out to nature and I look at trees and I say, "Wow," and I'm amazed, that is learning Judaism, that is connecting to our heritage. And it's not stopping our learning, but that really is the essence of our learning.
We're not the only creatures on this planet. There's the trees, and they also have something to say, and they also have something to teach us. And there's the earth, and there's the sky.
Idea of a tree being rooted in the physical world. It's about taking my physical strength, taking this physical world, and making it reach up into the heavens.
Once I was sitting in a coffee shop, and there was a young lady, the waitress, that came up to me and she asked me, "Do you love coffee or tea?" And I told her, "I love my kids. I love spirituality. Tea and coffee, I only drink." Love. Without trying to take advantage of something. Can I give space for animals on this planet to be what they're supposed to be? Can I see trees and environment as existence on its own, giving them space to be what they are, not looking towards them as factory for fruits and wood? Trees have their rights, they have their space, they have life on their own. Respect it.
We really were pioneers in the world for tree rights. You've heard of human rights, you've heard of animal rights. Who ever talks about tree rights? That's the right of a tree not to give fruit. Because you know what we call fruit in the West? Produce. You ever think about that word? Okay, produce for me. Okay, tree, produce. I'm a human, give me my fruit. Produce. No. The producers, that's something else that Jews used to do. Okay? We do not look at fruit as being a product. We look at a fruit as being a process.
So when you come to eat your food, let's say you want to eat an apple. Don't just think about what this apple is giving me. You need to also think, what do I give the apple? And he wants to be eaten in the right way. So why not take this day and stare at this thing, its color, its smell, its texture, and really, really, really appreciate this incredible creation we live in. And then take a big bite of l'chaim.
Deep inside my heart, I've got this everlasting light. It's deep inside the heart. You can't just take it. You have to dig, you have to invest. It's like a tree. You can't just press a button and get a fruit. You have to invest into it. You have to put all your love into it.
There's a big difference between a farmer and the builder. The builder is one that has a plan, and it goes according to the plan. But a farmer doesn't work that way. A farmer or gardener, I mean, you plant a seed, you don't know what's going to happen. You just facilitate it. You let it be what it needs to be. You're going to give it its time.
So what factory is about? You're picking up something inanimate, dead. Give it a final shape. not able to change later on, and get it stuck into a machine that is going to be used, utilized, and thrown away. When you're giving birth to something, it's painful. There is blood there. You're going through a process, but finally something alive is born. Sometimes we pretend to know everything, to be perfect. Do we have to? I'm trying to grow something beautiful here. I don't know what it's going to be, because when you plant a seed, you cannot make the tree to be what you want it to be. But you can facilitate its growth. You can help it.
We're trying to step out of that tree of judging good and evil from my own personal perspective and really see things as they are. The tree of life, it's life. I mean, life is good, and there's nothing in the world, if you really look at it from the eyes of the tree of life, that is not good nor bad. Everything is just what it is. Do we really see things as they are, or we judge them? So I invite you to maybe see if there is any inner potential growth in you and really celebrate it. Don't wait for the fruits. I mean, they'll come, only if you're able to acknowledge that there's already some growth in you.
And don't forget to take some time to go out, find a nice tree, and give it a big hug.
So that's Tu B'Shvat for me. It's the really, really deep connection between nature and Judaism. It's understanding how much we can learn from nature and how much spirituality and divine there is in the beauty of the nature that surrounds us.
Sometimes, growing up, you have to develop this ability of going and thinking on your own, taking ideas, digesting them, and then letting them become part of you. And then it can give actually fruits. It's like just like a plant. Imagine to yourself, you have all those roots going down, picking up all the ingredients from the soil, then digesting and then bringing it as their own fruit. Tu B'Shvat, start giving fruits.
Not only
That's going in the bloopers.
Nobody saw that, right?
So from the beginning?
Yeah.
I really think if we put bloopers in the end, that would be like a major difference between us and like.
See, Mama?
Same for like bloopers.
No, קשה לי to imagine. Can you make it easier for me? Thank you very much. Just stand there. Thank you.
Okay,
Now let's go.
I don't know what I just did there with my hands.
Who's gonna did it?
Close the door, Shlomo.
Look, he's crying. Tu B'Shvat is so beautiful.
Is it filming?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Oh my God.